Question number 21. Case ownership auto routing. In Future Image Technologies Ltd, customer accounts are categorized as Class A, Class B, and Class C. When a case is created in the system, it should automatically route the case to regular queue for Class B and Class C type customers and premium queue for Class A customer. How would an administrator accomplish this task? We got four options: case escalation rule, case assignment rule, case routing rule, and workflow rule. So again, the intent of this question is to test our knowledge on uh, auto case assignment or auto case routing. So whenever a case is created, right, in regards to a user issue, yeah, so somebody has to take the ownership, isn't it? And that is again right as per the business process. We will, change based on the number one, the priority. Number two, right here in this question, right, it talks about the customer category. Looks like we have three types of customers: class A, B, and C. And class A should be treated with premium service, and class B and C should be treated with regular service, right? So that's how it is structured. And now when a customer issue is created, right, based on the category, conditionally, right, based on the category, we have to assign that to either premium queue or regular queue, right? So there are few ways to do it. Either I can write a flow to do it, or I can just write a trigger to do that. Yeah, but as an admin, without writing a single line of code, how we can able to do it. There is a out of the box option available in Salesforce to do that without uh, taking other options, right, or considering other options. So we're gonna see that option, right? So starting with case escalation rule. So if I just go back to the system, and then we just search for escalation. Under service, you will just see an escalation rule. So this one, can be used when you have a you have a case created in the system, and if the case status hasn't changed, or if the case is not closed within a particular time period. Let's say there is a priority one case that needs to be addressed in the first 4 hours, but there is there is no change in the status, or the case has not been closed, right? Then writing an escalation rule makes sense. You can create an escalation rule in and say that if the case has been pending for 2 hours or for 3 hours, right, then you can just move that case to the other other stage, or to the next level of users to take a look. So that is when you can use case escalation rule. But right here, we're not talking about escalation. We are simply talking about assignment, isn't it? When a case is created in the system, it should automatically route the case. That's it, not an escalation, right? So option A is incorrect. We cannot use escalation rule right here. So we're just simply talking about routing or assignment, right? So option B seems to be the right one. But before we go to assignment rule, let's talk about case routing rule and then see if there is any such option available in the system. If you go and then search for routing, certainly there is none. And if you look for case, you got assignment rules, and then you have case escalations, all such things, right? But there is no such option called the case routing rule, which means option B is also incorrect. And the last one, workflow rule. Of course, workflow rule cannot be used here, because workflow rule will help me to just do four things. One is I can either send a message to the external system using outbound message, or I can uh, I can just send an email alert, right? Or I can just update a field, correct? Or I can just create a task. And nowhere I can able to, you know, change ownership of, a case, right? So option D is also incorrect. So let's focus on option B, which is our assignment rule. Yeah, case assignment rule, option B, because this seems to be the right one, right? Let's see how we can configure that. So we have a case assignment rule that is a standard rule. Yeah. So before we go there, uh, we are talking about couple of queues, right? So if you go to queues, I did create two queues already, premium queue and regular queue. Fairly simple to create it. You just click on new and then create a regular queue, and you can able to associate a queue, you know, to an object. In our case, we wanted to use these two queues, right? When a case is being discussed, right? So I'm just associating this queue to a case object, right? And also I just mentioned the users of the queue, right? So when the case is assigned, anyone anyone of the users in the queue or support members in the queue can able to take that case and then start working on it. So the case will be visible to both the users. Yeah. So we have a couple of queues configured, regular and premium queue. Now in the case assignment rule, if you just go here and then create a new one. So I'm just going to do an assignment routing. I'll just give a name assignment routing by customer category. I'll just ensure that this is active. Yeah. So now a rule has been created. Let's go further, go and then create conditions. Yeah. Let's click. And right here we have the option to enter or create rules. And I'll just say I can have multiple, rules, right? So in my case, it is very simple, just one rule on the customer category, right? So I'll just say this is my first, and this is the first rule that I would like to get executed, and this is the condition. I want to choose the customer category right here. There is a custom field, right? And that should be equal to class A. If it is class A, then I would like to assign this case to premium queue. Perfect, isn't it? And also if needed, I can just attach email as well. Yeah. Sending to the premium queue members stating that there is a class A customer case, created. So just go ahead and then take a look at the case. So this is my first, rule, and I'm gonna write another rule. See, you can just see this, right? This is my first rule. I'll get another rule, and this is going to be my second in the order. And again, this is on the same field, customer category. We'll go and then look for customer category right here. If this is equals to either class B or class C, then we know that we have to put them in regular queue, regular queue. That's it. So now this will ensure we have this rule active. This will ensure whenever a case is created, the case gets assigned to either the premium queue or a regular queue based on the condition that has been set. Yeah. So the right answer now to this question for routing or assignment is case assignment rule. So typically we get confused between escalation rule and assignment rule. So think about it. So escalation rule is not for the assignment. Of course, you will do the assignment, but you will do it based on the time, time since the case has been created, right? So if the case is pending for, let's say, 2 hours, and you want to, escalate to the next level, right? Then you will go with this escalation rule. Otherwise, case assignment rule, it's just an assignment. When a case is created based on certain conditions, you wanted to, just route it to the appropriate people to look into it. Yeah. So that's when we use this case assignment rule. So the right option to this question is option